I still remember the sound of his voice, the casual cruelty, like a blade sharpened just enough to slice without effort. The voice memo arrived past midnight. I was half asleep when the phone buzzed. His name glowed on my screen, followed by the tiny play icon. I pressed it, expecting something sweet, maybe a drunken "I love you." Instead, I heard him laughing, not with me, at me. "She's useful," he said. His voice dipped lower, conspiratorial. "But honestly, she's boring. Not exactly wife material, you know? I'll keep her around until the wedding's done. After that, well, let's just say the prenup's going to make things easy. Don't tell her, okay?" The memo ended. For a moment, the silence in my room was deafening. Then, something inside me went cold. Not grief, not rage, just stillness, like a hunter lowering their breath before taking the shot. When we first met, he was everything I thought I wanted. Charming, attentive, a smile that felt like it was carved for me. I was the woman who had been told too many times to be grateful for any love that stayed. And when he chose me, I believed it was finally my turn. The proposal was extravagant, staged for photographs. He slipped the ring on my finger, and I thought, this man sees me. This man wants forever. But forever, I learned, had an expiration date he'd already planned. The changes were subtle. His phone flipped face down more often. Business trips stretched longer. His sister, the confidant, suddenly smiled too knowingly at me. At dinners, he looked past me, like I was furniture that served food instead of conversation. I noticed, I cataloged, I stayed silent. Then came the voice memo. Proof. Not just suspicion, evidence. And with it, clarity. I didn't confront him that night. I didn't cry or demand answers. I smiled the next morning as if nothing had cracked inside me. But behind that smile, gears turned. I began with the wedding binder. He thought it was filled with floral samples and seating charts. Inside, I slid copies of emails, bank statements, and his careless messages. He had plans to shift accounts after the wedding, to protect himself, to leave me with nothing. I called a lawyer before breakfast, quietly, strategically. He didn't know my grandmother left me a trust. He didn't know I had more than him. By the end of the week, I had moved those funds out of reach, wrapped in clauses he couldn't touch. He bragged about the prenup he drafted. I agreed sweetly to sign it. What he didn't know, I replaced the version he sent with the one my lawyer restructured. He signed first, legally binding. His arrogance made him blind. I stopped sharing my real schedule. He thought I was meeting a florist. I was meeting his ex, the one he cheated on years ago. She was eager to talk, eager to finally burn the bridge he left smoldering. She handed me screenshots, receipts, and details that painted him exactly as he was, a man who collected women like trophies and discarded them when the shine faded. The climax came on a Friday evening, 1 month before the wedding. He came home smug, holding a bottle of champagne. "For us," he said, "to our future." I smiled, poured, clinked glasses. My hands didn't tremble. "I have something for you too," I said, sliding a folder across the table. He opened it, expecting invitations or venue updates. Instead, his face drained as he saw the documents, the altered prenup, the accounts I had secured, the legal filings already in motion. "What is this?" he stammered. "Your exit strategy," I said. Calm, precise. Only now, it's mine. He flipped through page after page, his hands shaking. Every lie, every scheme, every woman he thought I'd never discover, it was all there. "You can't." I already did. I leaned closer, meeting his eyes, letting him see the steel in mine. "You thought I was boring, predictable, easy, but you forgot. Quiet doesn't mean weak. It means calculating, and I've been planning while you were laughing. He sputtered excuses, half apologies wrapped in panic, but it was too late. I stood, picked up my bag, and left him sitting there among the ruins of his own arrogance. The next morning, I walked out of that house with nothing but my essentials and everything he thought he'd take from me. The wedding was canceled. The whispers started. His reputation unraveled, not by my hand, but by the evidence I left in just the right places. His sister, his colleagues, the exes, they all received a neat little package. He became the punchline at parties, the cautionary tale in boardrooms. Not because I screamed, but because I let the truth speak louder than I ever could. Do I regret it? No. Regret belongs to those who act rashly, who lash out and lose. I didn't lose. I watched him collapse under the weight of his own schemes, dismantled by the woman he underestimated most. And when I think back to that night, the voice memo, his laugh, the word boring, I smile. Because I know the last sound he'll remember from me isn't tears, it's silence. The silence of me walking away with the last word, without saying a single one.